Yo, Kenwood Sports Media back with another one. Regular season in the books, man. It's a wrap. If you ain't make it to the playoffs, look, go fishing. Go ahead and go take it to the crib, man. Go do what you do. But big game today. Probably the biggest game of the weekend in my eyes. Probably the biggest game of the weekend, man. The I was about to say the Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Cincinnati Bengals, man. The reason why I say this is a big game because neither one of these teams has been in the playoffs lately, and neither one of these teams has won a playoff game in a very long time. Raiders lost their head coach John Gruden, lost their top receiver and Henry Ruggs in a car accident, lost another player to a DUI. I don't know if he's still on the team or not. I can't even. I got to look that up. But another player to a DUI. Cincinnati Bengals balling right now. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, T. Higgins, offensive line holding folks up. Joe Burrow, hell of a season. Except them interceptions. Joe Burrow and Carr both sitting at 14 interceptions for the year. If Joe Burrow cut down those interceptions, which is what, third in the league, tied for third in the league, cut down them interceptions, man, it ain't no telling what the Bengals gonna do. I sit here and watch this dude throw 2 interceptions in multiple games and still have a chance to win the game. Joe Burrow, a beast. Jamar Chase, savage mode. But the Oakland Raiders, man, Las Vegas Raiders, I'm gonna keep calling them the Oakland Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders hadn't won a playoff game in 19 years. We're in 2022. So 2021 is the season. So 19 years, that make it 2002 since they won a playoff game. And that was a conference championship game to go to the Super Bowl and play against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Tampa Bay Bucks with their killer defense, Warren Sapp and all them boys, Derrick Brooks and all them boys, Dwight Smith and all them boys. That defense was ferocious. Jerry Rice was on the Oakland Raiders at that time. Tim Brown was on the Oakland Raiders at that time. Jerry Porter. Who was their quarterback? I can't think of the quarterback right this second. 19 years ago. That's a long time to win a playoff game, man. They made it back to the playoffs in 2016, one and done. One and done. So think about that fan base, what they're going through. You know the Raiders hungry right now. You know they want this playoff win. Derek Carr, a lot of people talk about Derek Carr. Is he that guy? Is he not? A lot of struggles, a lot of ups and downs with the Oakland. See, I told y'all I'm going to keep doing that. The Las Vegas Raiders. A lot of ups and downs with them guys, man. This is a chance for them to prove themselves right here. I don't really see them going far in the playoffs, but it's the NFL. You never know what's going to happen, man. You never know what's going to happen. Y'all see I still got on my Saints. I got on my Camaro right now, just in case y'all see I got the 4100 year anniversary. I still got to rep my Saints. We ain't in the playoffs. We almost made it to the playoffs, bro. 9-8, playing with 3 different quarterbacks. Sean Payton, he a magician. He a magician, man. You don't never see no team with 3 different quarterbacks come in. Kamara missed like 4 or 5 games. Still had a 9-win season out of 17. It was tough. But this ain't about the Saints, man. But I'm going to still rock my gear. I'm going to still rock my Saints. I just want to feel like I'm in the game. I want to feel like my Saints still here, still playing. But back to the Bengals. The Bengals' last playoff win, 1990 season against the Houston Oilers, man. 1990? That's 21 years, man. Because it's the 21 season, so from 1990 to 2021 season, that's 21 years if I'm doing my math correctly. And that was against the Houston Oilers. They came back again. They 1990 was their last playoff win, and they didn't make the playoffs again till 2005. That's 15 years. 15 years, man. Think about what these boys going through. Think about what this fan base going through, the organization, the ownership. 15 years before you make it back to the playoffs, Cincinnati Bengals. Since 05, they made it back 7 times. 7 times. And had 7 losses. Remember Marvin Lewis? When Marvin Lewis was the coach, Chad Ochocinco was there. What's that quarterback? I gotta think of his name, man. I gotta think of that quarterback name. Was it Andy Dalton? Well, Andy Dalton was with the Bengals himself, but from 2011 to 2015, the Bengals they had went to 5 straight playoffs and lost them all from 2011 to 2011 to 2015. They probably had Ochocinco around that time. I know Andy Dalton played a few years. He might not even been there. But I'm trying to think of the other guy who was there at quarterback. Carson. I can't think of his whole name right now. But y'all know who it is, Cincinnati Bengals. When Ochocinco was there, bruh, they kept getting to the playoffs and they kept losing. Anyway, bottom line is, whoever win today between those Las Vegas Raiders and those Cincinnati Bengals, bruh, that's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be newsworthy either way it go, because neither one of these guys has won a playoff game in years. 2002 for the Oakland Raiders playoff, and 1990 for the Bengals, man. Derek Carr, that run game with Josh Jacobs, Hunter Renfrow. You got the tight end who a beast. Bruh, I can't even sit here and say what the game plan can be for the Oakland Raiders because they so up and down and all over the place. 14 interceptions also for Carr. 14 interceptions for Carr. That's a lot of interceptions, man. He only got 23 touchdowns. I ain't say Joe Burrow had 34 touchdowns. So that's a pretty good ratio for Joe Burrow. But I'm saying if he cut them down, they finished both of these teams 10-7, by the way. Both of these teams finished 10-7 for the regular season. Man, if Joe Burrow, which I say was third, if he cut down those interceptions, man, that team right there, they would have been getting a higher seed, man. No telling what they would be. But 4:30 today if you're on the East Coast, 3:30 if you're on Central Time, which most of my people are. Some of my people on the West Coast, so 3 hours back from that, that's gonna be what, 1 something. This gonna be a game to watch, man. Y'all need to tune in for this one. Whoever win this game right here, they fan base, they organization, all they support is gonna be crazy behind them for the rest of these playoffs, however long they last. I know everybody expecting the Bengals to do this, but don't be surprised if the Las Vegas Raiders come in and pull this one off because they just as hungry. Like I said, they hadn't had a win since 2002. But the Bengals hadn't had a win since 1990. That's crazy. Tune in today. Check these boys out. See who gonna do what, man. Kenwood Sports Media.